What's up, guys? BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and today we're going to be talking about our kind of uses of Heimdall so far. So he is definitely a very interesting hero. The way he can start a battle off is hugely interesting. The way he kind of just goes like one-on-one versus someone in PvP, which is like really cool. You do need 3 or more Vanguard or Assassin heroes to do this little effect. Which actually we can show you real quick. So some of you guys that have not even seen Heimdall just yet, I'll just go into a battle right here. We'll do like one PvP battle against someone, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I still don't typically use him in my combat, but let's, I think we need to just set you, and we'll throw Heimdall in instead, and you'll get to see exactly what we are talking about. So the second you start the battle here, in PvP, it goes into this 1v1 combat where everybody else just kind of disappears, and you basically have like an advantage right out of the gate here when that happens. So it's really interesting. I'm actually intrigued to see how this works when you do a combination of him and Artemis. Is it possible? No, I guess you can't get both his and Artemis's abilities to go off simultaneously, because if you actually take a look at Artemis, that ability requires 3 hunter or energy heroes to be deployed, and this one here there's really no overlap. And then his is basically you need 3 more Vanguard or Assassin deployed. If only we could have our 6th hero coming in be one of these two instead of just Masrani. It could happen, but overall he has been a huge boost to my assassin team so far. I haven't had many uses to try him out as far as pure like setups go, and my equipment is kind of garbage on him, to be honest. We can only go up to EX20, and of course we don't even have all of his talents unlocked, and no hyper evolution. So there's a lot of stuff he doesn't have. He's only sitting at like 41k attack, 2.3 million health, but you like compare it to what we have on our other 2 SP heroes when they're maxed, it's a crazy difference. However, he has been one really big boost to my campaign pushing here. I like running this Impulsive Annihilation a lot, and I've actually been running him on manual. And there's one reason I'm doing that, is because with Fiona, we want to be on the opposite side of the battlefield to get bonuses and stuff. So a lot of times if you run him on auto, he's going to drag these groups of people all over the place. We are also running him with a lot of accuracy in hopes to stun people, but the grouping up of this hero is extremely nice. I absolutely love how it works. And honestly, the fact that he synergizes so well with the shields and the popping of the shields and then the damage amp, he a lot of times dies pretty quickly, but I like how he groups heroes up for energy teams. Even for assassin teams like this, it makes sure the enemies are close together, so Dominic's little big boom kind of hits multiple targets at the same time, and then you can kind of keep everybody on the same side of the battlefield to hopefully get a win here. So again, here we're going to keep them pushed way into the corner, keep them stacked up so that hopefully Dominic's damage spreads out very evenly, because as you guys know, in campaign, like, enemies can be all over the place when it gets to a certain point. Like, they're just not, there's no organization. They look like they're a full screen apart from each other, and then that just makes things a little bit worse. And yeah, he's been a huge help as far as campaign goes. His ultimate skill is honestly one of the most enjoyable active skills to use in the game. It reads, he charges in a selected direction, as you guys saw, dealing damage along the way. At the end, he stomps around, knocking targets in the air for targets in a 5-meter radius around him, knocks them up. Then he strikes with his trident, dealing additional damage when only hitting one target. Of course, that trident hit is better. His talent effect here, charge has a 40% chance depending on his accuracy, which we are running like a little over 200, I think, accuracy. Yeah, a little over 200 accuracy. Don't know if that's optimal. We'll have to test. To stun enemies in the path while he is doing that rush, which does help his survivability. And then, of course, this right here, after activation, it instantly resets the cooldown of Claving Hurricane, which is basically a nice big old spin to win ability, which is really cool. And he restores rage that way. Really nice things. The other thing accuracy does help with him, with Heimdall, is a chance to just become immune to ranged attacks, which is another nice boost to survivability. And then I think there's a third one. We don't quite have the talent effect yet. I really want this one because he charges behind the furthest target within 8 meters. Talent effect, when he's forced to teleport, instantly resets this cooldown. So if he is going up against something like an Artemis, it kind of negates it, so to speak, which is really, really nice. And then, of course, he gains attack equal to 2% of his max HP and reduces crit damage taken by a ridiculous amount. So a nice counter kind of to assassins, potentially. Yeah, and he just, he restores HP when he gets attacked. When receiving lethal damage, he ignores the death. And he has a lot of cool abilities. I really wish we could unlock more of these to make sure he survives longer. But yeah, he's been an absolute blast to use on this account right here. And again, I usually run him manually. When you don't run him manually, you see right there, he instantly already procced his immunity effect, and then he's got 10 seconds to kind of help him boost up. That is one of the kind of reasons why he's a little squishy and why his prototype is probably really, really good. However, we're running our assassin team. It's really no point running it. We're just running make sure our assassins keep their survivability, their damage, all those fun things, and we're just gonna sit here and regroup enemies together. And then, of course, survivability wise, it helps occasionally. You rush and you can stun them as well, which is nice. And yeah, when you have that in combination with the prototype, just stunning everybody, and it's a very easy prototype to get, the survivability of your team goes through the roof while you're just kind of waiting for your damage to roll out from your other heroes. So keep them shoved up in that corner so you can barely even see them on the screen. But yeah, this is like our survivability comp. I guess we could use like Purin in this setup as well, but I think damage is gonna be fine. And see, this is the only downside. When you do charge back across the field, there is a chance he gets pushed to he pushes everybody to the wrong side, and then that's just not good for us. So not too bad. Even running it full auto, I'll kind of show you guys how he sometimes does make the mistake when he's on full auto, but he's really good in energy teams as well, because the grouping of enemies is so strong for all of your energy heroes to hit as many targets together at the same time. So really awesome to see, and I'm just loving this setup because even at his current state, like, he's still doing some decent damage, all things considered, for a Vanguard hero, and for his current power level of just, what is it, Mythic+ or whatever, he's doing good. He does die off a lot, like in this situation, but a lot of times you've already gotten to the point where you've already grouped the enemies enough, you've done enough AoE damage that typically your heroes can finish them off pretty well. I will say having an execute style hero on your team for campaign has been a huge boost, because when the enemies get low HP, like Caraxia can do, she can just execute them, and that saves so much time on killing these targets. It's not even funny. Like, you'll probably, yep, he just disappears there again. And then right here, you'll see it happen one more time, just a little lower HP, and now you'll probably see it on like the next hit. Yeah, before the ultimate even went off. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. That is a quick look at Heimdall so you guys can understand the hero better, and I'll see you guys next time.